The vast emptiness of space suddenly trembled as the UES Prometheus materialized at the outer edge of the Andromeda Galaxy. Captain J. Park stood motionless, his dark eyes scanning the holographic displays that flickered with countless alien sensor readings. The massive warship was unlike anything the galaxy had ever witnessed. Its sleek metallic hull stretched nearly 3 kilometers, bristling with technologies that seemed to defy known scientific understanding. Experimental quantum drive generators hummed with a quiet, almost menacing energy that made even the ship's advanced computer systems seem alive. Aboard the bridge, crew members worked with precise, calculated movements. Shin Kim, the primary navigation officer, tracked their position with mathematical precision. Her fingers danced across holographic interfaces, confirming their exact location in a region of space never before explored by human vessels. Proximity alerts began singing their electronic warnings. Alien monitoring stations across multiple star systems were detecting the unexpected arrival. Within moments, communication networks exploded with frantic transmissions, confusion spreading faster than light itself. The ship's advanced sensor arrays began collecting data at an unprecedented rate. Strange energy signatures, uncharted stellar formations, and complex quantum readings filled their databases. Each second revealed something humanity had never seen before. Wu Li, the ship's tactical systems expert, watched multiple tracking systems with a calm intensity. His hands hovered over defensive protocols, ready to respond to any potential threat. The Prometheus wasn't just a warship, it was a statement of human technological achievement. External cameras captured the surrounding space, a complex tapestry of distant stars, nebulae, and unknown cosmic structures. The ship's artificial intelligence began processing information at speeds that would have been impossible just decades earlier. Captain Park understood the significance of their mission. This wasn't merely an exploration journey. This was humanity's first true deep space intervention, a moment that would potentially redefine their species' role in the galactic community. Subtle vibrations ran through the ship's massive hull. The quantum drive was still stabilizing, releasing controlled energy pulses that created subtle distortions in the surrounding spacetime fabric. Each pulse sent unintentional signals across vast cosmic distances. Alien civilizations would soon realize something extraordinary had arrived in their cosmic neighborhood. The Prometheus represented more than a technological marvel, it was a symbol of human potential, determination, and an unyielding spirit of exploration. Hai Choi, the communication specialist, monitored incoming signals. Strange frequency patterns emerged. Panicked alien communications, confused military transmissions, and primitive attempts to understand the sudden appearance of this unprecedented vessel. The ship's defensive systems were online and fully operational. Multiple weapon systems remained powered down but ready, a silent promise of overwhelming capability. Energy shields that could potentially withstand multiple simultaneous planetary bombardments hummed with restrained power. Captain Park knew they were writing history with every passing second. Humanity was no longer a terrestrial species confined to a single planet. They were now a genuine interstellar civilization, capable of traversing unimaginable distances and presenting themselves as a force to be recognized. The crew moved with a synchronized rhythm, each member understanding their precise role. The alien diplomatic chambers erupted with chaos the moment the first visual confirmations of the human warship arrived. Holographic displays flickered across massive conference halls, showing the unprecedented vessel that had suddenly appeared in their cosmic territory. Representatives from various star systems gathered in emergency sessions. The Galactic Council, typically a slow and bureaucratic organization, now moved with unprecedented speed. Hundreds of species, each with their unique communication protocols and cultural backgrounds, tried to process the sudden human arrival. Communication Officer Yoon Park from the Prometheus prepared the first official transmission. Her hands were steady, her voice calm and measured. She understood that every word, every gesture would be analyzed, dissected, and interpreted by countless alien intelligence networks. The transmission was simple yet profound. We represent humanity. Our intentions are peaceful, but our capabilities are comprehensive. We seek dialogue, not conflict. Alien diplomatic corps struggled to interpret the message. The translation algorithms worked overtime, converting the human communication into thousands of different linguistic frameworks. Some saw it as a threat. Others saw it as an invitation. The Stellar Confederation, a loose alliance of mid-tier civilizations, immediately convened an emergency meeting. Their primary concern was not just the human arrival, but the potential technological implications. How could a species suddenly appear with such an advanced warship? Military advisors from different alien species began analyzing the Prometheus's visual data. Its design was unlike anything in their records. Weapon systems that seemed to bend physical laws, energy signatures that defied conventional understanding, and a structural integrity that suggested technologies far beyond current galactic standards. Diplomatic channels became flooded with encrypted messages, speculative reports, and frantic analysis. Some alien representatives suggested immediate defensive preparations. Others advocated for cautious diplomatic engagement. The human transmission continued to play across multiple communication networks. Yoon Park's message was deliberately crafted, a perfect balance between showing strength and offering cooperation. Each word was chosen to provoke thought, not trigger immediate defensive responses. Smaller alien species began watching the developments with a mix of fear and fascination. If these humans were truly as technologically advanced as initial scans suggested, alliances would become critically important. Surveillance drones and long-range scanners continuously tracked the Prometheus. Every movement, every subtle energy shift was monitored and recorded. The alien civilizations were trying to understand this new player in their cosmic ecosystem. The Prometheus remained stationary, a silent monument to technological achievement. Its very presence was a statement humanity had arrived, and they were ready to engage on their own terms. Intelligence networks across multiple star systems began compiling comprehensive reports. Where did these humans come from? What was their true technological capacity? What were their long-term objectives? Diplomatic tensions rose with each passing hour. The initial shock was transforming into a complex web of potential scenarios. Some saw opportunity. Others saw potential threat. Most saw an unprecedented moment in galactic history. Yoon Park continued monitoring the responses. The communication team aboard the Prometheus understood they were not just representing a ship, but an entire species making its first genuine interstellar introduction. The Galactic Council's emergency session continued, with heated debates erupting across multiple holographic platforms. Representatives argued, analyzed, and attempted to comprehend the sudden human arrival. Earth was millions of light-years away, yet this single vessel had become the most significant diplomatic event in recent galactic history. The Prometheus wasn't just a ship. It was a statement of human potential, technological prowess, and an unapologetic declaration of their place in the cosmic community. As alien civilizations processed this new reality, one thing became clear: nothing would remain the same. Humanity had arrived, and the galaxy was about to experience a fundamental transformation. The Creel Confederation, a militaristic alliance known for their aggressive exploration tactics, decided to test the human vessel's capabilities. Their battle fleet, comprised of 47 advanced warships, approached the Prometheus with calculated precision. Chief Engineer Day Kim watched the incoming vessels with calm detachment. The alien ships represented what most galactic civilizations considered cutting-edge military technology. To the human crew, they looked almost primitive. Sensor systems on the Prometheus began tracking the approaching fleet. Each Creel vessel carried advanced plasma cannons, quantum disruptors, and molecular fragmentation weapons. Technologies that had conquered dozens of star systems in previous conflicts. The alien fleet spread into an attack formation, their weapon systems charging. Communication channels remained silent. This was a pure demonstration of military might, a test designed to expose potential weaknesses in the human vessel. First plasma waves erupted from the Creel ships, creating massive energy signatures that would have destroyed most known vessels in seconds. The plasma streams approached the Prometheus, expecting immediate impact. Nothing happened. The plasma waves simply dispersed around the ship, as if encountering an invisible barrier that defied known physical laws. No damage. No penetration. Absolute protection. Dae Kim's fingers moved across holographic interfaces. The ship's defensive systems had not even registered the attack as a genuine threat. It was less than a minor inconvenience. The Creel commanders watched in disbelief. Their most powerful weapons had been completely neutralized without the human ship executing any defensive maneuver. How was this possible? Aboard the Prometheus, tactical systems began a calculated response. Not destruction. Not total annihilation. Something more precise. More psychological. With a subtle energy pulse, the human vessel disabled every single Creel ship's primary and backup power systems. No explosions. No massive destruction. Just complete, instantaneous technological shutdown. 47 advanced warships suddenly became massive, floating metal containers. Their crews stared in shocked silence as every single system went dark. Navigation. Weapons. Life support. Communications. Everything. The demonstration was clear: humanity could neutralize an entire battle fleet without firing a single destructive shot. Total control. Total superiority. Quantum communication arrays across the galaxy picked up the incident. Within moments, the story of the human ship's incredible technological display began spreading across multiple star systems. Smaller civilizations watched the transmission with a mixture of terror and fascination. The Creel, a species known for their military might, had been rendered completely powerless in less than 3 minutes. Chief Engineer Dae Kim allowed himself a slight smile. This was not about destruction. This was about demonstrating capability. Showing potential. Revealing that humanity's technological understanding was generations ahead of current galactic standards. The Prometheus remained stationary, its massive hull reflecting distant starlight. No additional communication. No further action. Just a silent statement of overwhelming technological superiority. Alien military strategists began immediate analysis. How could a single vessel neutralize an entire battle fleet? What technologies were involved? What were the potential defensive and offensive capabilities? Creel command communication channels exploded with confused and panicked transmissions. Their most advanced military units had been completely disabled without any apparent weapon discharge. Captain J. Park watched the unfolding scenario with professional detachment. This was a calculated demonstration, not an act of war, but a clear message about humanity's technological capabilities. The galaxy would remember this moment. The day an unknown human vessel showed that technological superiority was not about destruction, but about complete, precise control. Across millions of star systems, civilizations began reassessing their understanding of technological potential. Humanity had arrived. And they were not asking for permission. The incident with the Creel Confederation changed everything. Smaller alien species began looking at humanity with a mixture of fear and desperate hope. Those who had long suffered under the oppression of larger, more aggressive civilizations saw the Prometheus as a potential savior. Diplomatic channels started shifting. Smaller star systems that had been marginalized for centuries began sending cautious communication requests to the human vessel. They weren't just seeking protection, they were seeking transformation. Commander J. Park understood the delicate balance of power. Each interaction would be carefully managed. Humanity wasn't here to become a new oppressor, but to offer a different path of technological and cultural exchange. The first approach came from the Viren Cluster, a collection of 7 planetary systems that had been systematically exploited by larger galactic powers. Their representative, a small crystalline being named Zara, transmitted a carefully worded request for technological assistance. Aboard the Prometheus, communication specialists analyzed every nuance of the transmission. The desperation was clear. Years of systematic oppression had reduced these civilizations to near-survival status. Diplomatic protocols were different from human historical approaches. This wasn't about colonization. This was about genuine upliftment. Each potential alliance would be evaluated not just on strategic value, but on the potential for mutual growth. Smaller trade networks began shifting. Rumors of human technology spread faster than light itself. Advanced medical systems that could cure generations of genetic diseases. Energy production technologies that could transform entire planetary ecosystems. Communication systems that could connect isolated civilizations. The galactic economic structure began to tremble. Existing power hierarchies that had remained stable for thousands of years suddenly found themselves obsolete. The arrival of a single human vessel had created more potential change than centuries of diplomatic negotiations. Military advisors from various civilizations began intense analysis. The Prometheus wasn't just a warship. It was a technological embassy, a moving representation of human potential and philosophical approach to interstellar relations. Some larger civilizations began defensive preparations. Others started complex diplomatic negotiations. The most intelligent recognized that direct confrontation would be futile. Cooperation was the only rational path. Trade agreements started forming. Not traditional contracts, but comprehensive technological exchange programs. Smaller civilizations offered rare mineral resources, unique planetary data, and generations of cultural knowledge. Humanity offered transformative technologies. The Prometheus remained both a symbol and a practical tool of this new approach. Its very presence in a star system created immediate diplomatic and technological ripples. No weapons needed. No aggressive actions required. Commander Park watched these developments with careful assessment. Each interaction was a carefully calculated move. Humanity was writing a new chapter of interstellar engagement, moving beyond historical models of conquest and exploitation. Communication networks buzzed with speculation. Who were these humans? What were their true intentions? How could a single vessel represent such comprehensive potential? Alien civilizations that had been competitors for millennia found themselves in unprecedented conversations. Collaborative potential was replacing historical conflicts. The human approach was fundamentally disrupting existing galactic social structures. Scientific research stations began requesting direct communication with human technology experts. Medical facilities wanted access to human healing technologies. Agricultural planets sought advanced sustainability systems. The power shift was not just technological. It was philosophical. Humanity was offering a model of engagement that prioritized mutual growth over historical domination. As star systems began realigning their diplomatic and technological strategies, one thing became clear: the arrival of the Prometheus was more than a military demonstration. It was the beginning of a new galactic era. Humanity had arrived. And everything was about to change. The moment arrived when humanity would make its most significant statement to the galactic community. Communication arrays across the Prometheus began preparing a transmission that would be received simultaneously by every known alien civilization. Captain J. Park stood at the central communication platform. Behind him, the bridge crew remained perfectly still, understanding the historical significance of this moment. This wasn't just a message. This was a declaration of humanity's cosmic philosophy. The transmission began with a visual representation of Earth, blue oceans, green landscapes, complex urban structures. Then images of human diversity, different cultures, races, ages, representing the complexity of their species. "We are humanity," the message started. "We come not as conquerors, but as partners. Our technology is advanced. Our intentions are collaborative. We seek to elevate, not dominate." Alien civilizations watched with a mixture of anticipation and uncertainty. The transmission continued, revealing glimpses of human technological capabilities without displaying threatening military demonstrations. Key points emerged clearly: humanity offered technological exchange, medical advancements, sustainable energy solutions, and communication technologies. But they would not simply give these away. Cooperation was the primary condition. The message emphasized mutual respect. Civilizations wanting human technological support would need to demonstrate their commitment to peaceful development, ecological balance, and societal progress. Scientific communities across star systems analyzed every frame. The human declaration was unlike any previous interstellar communication. It wasn't a threat. It wasn't a promise. It was an invitation to collective growth. Diplomatic channels erupted with discussions. Some alien representatives saw opportunity. Others saw potential manipulation. Most recognized this was unprecedented in galactic history. The transmission highlighted human values, scientific curiosity, technological innovation, cultural diversity, and a commitment to collective progress. Each frame was carefully constructed to demonstrate humanity's comprehensive worldview. Smaller civilizations particularly paid attention. For them, this represented a potential escape from historical oppression. The human approach suggested partnership rather than traditional colonial models. Images of human scientific achievements accompanied the declaration. Medical breakthroughs, environmental restoration technologies, advanced computational systems, space exploration milestones. Each visual told a story of human potential. The Prometheus remained positioned as a silent guardian during the transmission. Its massive hull reflected starlight, a physical representation of the technological marvel delivering this revolutionary message. Technological analysis revealed something extraordinary. The transmission itself was a demonstration of human communication capabilities. Complex data layers existed beneath the primary message, showcasing advanced encryption and communication technologies. "We do not seek to replace your civilizations," the message continued. "We seek to collaborate, to grow, to explore the infinite potential of collective cosmic development." Alien intelligence networks worked overtime, analyzing every nuance. This wasn't a traditional diplomatic communication. This was a comprehensive philosophical and technological invitation. The transmission lasted precisely 27 minutes. No additional explanations. No prolonged discussions. Just a clear, concise statement of human intentions and capabilities. As the message concluded, the galaxy entered a moment of collective reflection. Humanity had not just arrived. They had fundamentally transformed the understanding of interstellar engagement. The Prometheus continued its silent vigil. No additional actions. No further communications. Just a promise of potential, hovering in the vast cosmic darkness. A new chapter in galactic history had begun. And humanity was writing the first page. As of training, simulation, and preparation had led to this singular moment. They weren't just explorers or soldiers, they were representatives of an entire species ready to make its mark on the galactic stage. External sensor readings continued to stream in. Unknown radiation signatures, complex gravitational anomalies, and mysterious energy patterns surrounded the Prometheus. Each reading was a new piece of a cosmic puzzle waiting to be understood. As minutes passed, the initial shock of their arrival began to settle. The UES Prometheus hung in space, silent, powerful, and waiting. Alien civilizations would soon understand that everything was about to change. Humanity had arrived. And the galaxy would never be the same again.